In the not-so-distant future, the Gunpla Battle Simulator has undergone many iterations in its history, and
Good
is
morning.
about to begin the next phase in its evolution. Thanks to cutting-edge AI, improved game terminals, and advanced Gunpla scanning techniques, a new age of Gunpla has arrived.
I'm actually letting this play
By
through because I
connecting to G-Base remotely,
kind of want to
players
comment
can
on
now
something.
access the virtual world from their own devices, eliminating the need for large arcades.
I'm rolling my eyes behind the mask.
Gameplay is no longer just about Gunpla battles. Using their Gunpla as custom avatars, players can now meet online to chat and socialize.
I find that line
With this new
ironic,
social
given
element, the
the
program's popularity
game
reaches
and the-
unprecedented heights. The name of this new simulator is Gunpla Battle Blaze, Beyond Borders, but it is more commonly known as GB4. Following a closed alpha, the game is entering an open beta test in preparation
funny,
for
too.
its official launch.
I did not hit
Despite
anything.
being in the testing phase, it already has rabid support from its users and is expected to become a worldwide success.
So, I find that line about the chat and socializing to be absolutely freaking hilarious, because we have the chat functionality of, I don't know, I never played Club Penguin. Did that have that? Was it that weak and limited? But I don't know. And then it goes and says, what was the line that made me laugh next? Oh, the GB4 thing. It goes out of its way to name the game internally GB4, which is hilarious because technically, if you think about it, it's actually GB6, because GB4 was New Gundam Breaker, right? Technically, that was the fourth one in the line. And then Gundam Breaker Mobile was the fifth one. So this is technically Gundam Breaker 6. But it's Gundam Breaker Foot. And I'm going to go with that because it's fucking hilarious. And they really messed up when... I don't know if that's in the other releases, but on mine, I didn't hit anything. It just accidentally cut that line. It got truncated before it finished the word 4. I know I'm not the only one who heard that. I'm going to cut that and make some jokes about that later. And hopefully it didn't lose my progress. I don't know. I don't think I did anything particularly significant before I got off last time, but I don't remember if I did. Well, well, that's a good way to check. Hold on. Give me a moment. I'm going to pull up my studio and check what my... No, stop. Excuse me. I'm going to go pull up YouTube Studio and find out where I go look at what my last stream ended off on. Yes, I'm not going to go watch myself stream. That's silly. Oh, I do need to get online though. Well, hold on. Not yet. It's online. See, it's always online. It says it's online. It's connecting to the servers. So, let me go into the studio. Yes, thank you. I know I'm live. Good. Yeah, let's go check out the... I gotta mute this tab. Make sure I mute this site. Make sure I'm not... I don't want to be hearing myself and making you hear me from the double thingy. So open this up. Muted. I dismissed that. I muted that site. Okay, whatever. I'm using the other window to check my progress from the last time to see if I had... Yep, skip. Okay, I did end off on Tonbo. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Oh, wait, hold up. And it seems like my gold is the right amount for what I had when I was online last, so... I'm going through a process every time I get online again to double check all the numbers of things that I have in my game when I get back into the game. Because I've been having issues with what feels like missing inventory and downgraded parts, but I digress. It seems like nothing like that happened this particular time, which is good to see. So let's just hop onto online again and start my own room again. I can't remember what I named it last time. It wasn't particularly complicated. It was just
Welcome.
Move to multiplayer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that one. That's the side I need to pull down, or this side needs to be pulled up. I don't know. I keep messing with the mask every time I put this on. It's a frustrating process I go through every single time. Maybe this time that'll work. I don't know. Whatever. It might be the angle. It might be that my face is lopsided. Maybe a bit of both. It might be just my vanity taking over. Well, it's certainly my vanity taking over. That's certainly it. Creating a multiplayer lobby. That. Yeah, that seemed to get some people coming into the stream too, which I appreciate that. I very much like the fact that people will wander in if I mention that I'm streaming, and I'll go check out theirs too when I have time and I'm off, when and I don't, Okay, where's that? Yeah, let's go with that one. Ooh. I kind of wonder how long I could make this title. There we go. Yes. I could change. I could make it so that like they have to go watch the stream to get in. Like, excuse me, my jaw's aching. Maybe I've talked too much, or I don't know. There's a number of reasons that could be a problem. But I'm gonna close out the Chrome window to make sure there's nothing interfering. And
This is the mission desk.
oh, honestly, I feel like going and working on my builds for a bit, because the while the Ryuga Sigmajin build is mostly complete. What did I do that for? Is mostly complete. I want to finish up I want to work on the other versions, and because that was the first iteration. I'm going to go overwrite this one, the hatchling, because at first I was going to name them all after Digimon levels, and then I was like, oh, I don't want to be accused of ripping it off, so let's come up with some more generic terminology. And I'm still going to work on the concept of the Sigmajin, and then I might work on a video describing them and introducing them as a concept, like as a fanon idea, but it could also be, I don't know how I could work that out. Oh, I've got some ideas. I'll work on that. We shall see. I might have to find some collaborators to build similar concepts, organic looking machines. Anyway, I'm always a big fan of techno-organic concepts like that. But I digress. This is the Ryuga Ray hatchling, and this is the next stage up that I've been working on, which is almost complete, I'd say. I don't know, let me check. Almost complete because the skills aren't fully filled in. It's not finished because it's mirroring an older iteration that I have of the build, which is here, or no, this one, the adult version, and I don't dislike where this one went, but I also kind of want to take a different direction. I like that tail, but as you can see, I'm using something else for a tail this time. What was that? I don't know if that was my door or what. It's not my problem. Anyway. Well, not my problem for now. Unless they end up busting down my door or something. So yeah, this is the new version that I'm working on. Because while I like that big beam, I don't know, it doesn't make the tail that I want. I've been thinking about putting gun barrels on, but I also have builder parts spots I could fill in, because I have 3 OPs, or 1, no. I don't want to double up on the beam Vulcans. The redundancy there bothers me. There's one on each tray, right? Not that I'm gonna know the difference in combat between the left and the right version, except that the left side is in a different tray. But dang. Okay, hold on. I gotta take my boots off and cross leg on my. It's complicated. Posture is important. Is the long and short of it, and my boots are getting on my nerves and making posture difficult. Ooh. So let's see, can I move this down any further? I can move it inward. Nope, I won't go in much further than that. Oh, it will go down a bit more. Oh, that's nice. But if I make it smaller, it's not going to really be helpful. Oh, no, wait, it does look kind of taily now. I love how much we can fiddle with the angles and positioning of various parts with this. Oh, it's so good. The only annoying thing is the way that it... Like, I can understand having the scale being a percentile system, right? This, as in, like, the middle is, 0 normal scale, and then etc. But then, like, these, I think that their imprecision here is because they... there are some parts that make it very obvious about the weird, messed up alignment and laziness, I think, because they didn't position some of the builder parts correctly. I'll show you real quick. In particular, I've been trying to find the perfect alignment. Oh wait, why am I doing that? Hold on. I haven't done anything in particular. Did I do anything this build? Yeah, I did. Deja. Okay, so I'm going to save this build real quick, but I have another one where I was working on showing how annoyingly screwed up the alignment of various things are. So, as you can see, I've got that got the. This is just one example that I found. There's a few others that I've stumbled across that I just forgot at the moment. So I'm gonna cut this out as a clip later, but these two pieces, if you align them, if you copy them so that they're paired, they won't align properly. They won't be able to match. And even then, I worked on a lot and they're still not aligned properly. Okay, now I can always go back to this, but gotta delete the right side, because if I were to delete the left one, I couldn't create a pair from those. So equip a pair, and it is not a perfect mirror in many cases. I don't know if it worked this time, because sometimes it just screws up. This time it seems like it's actually aligned right. But equipment adjust, if I go to move it to like the right body, okay, I wonder if like the twisting and rotating causes the objects to become misaligned with one another, but I don't know. That's a lot of this is just conjecture. And like I've mentioned in the description, this is not a stream for any particular purpose except to play around in the game and to keep a record of what I've been doing in game. So yeah, that maybe they fixed some of the alignment, but no. This, hypothetically, when these cross, there should not be any issue with the way that the things overlap. They should look symmetrical all the time, okay? And I get that on some point they are gonna have to choose whether one texture is on top versus the other. But if you go and look at this, I overlapped them on purpose to demonstrate the fact that it doesn't matter where you move them. You cannot find a point when they are paired like this where they are actually perfectly aligned. You will get a close enough for horseshoes. You can get a which is a I don't know what the origin of that American colloquialism is, but I heard it in a novel and I started using it. I would strongly suggest going to read the Tinker novels, but so these aren't. I'm aligning these like this because, well, I was trying to think of a way to do a three-headed dragon build, and I used it, I think, for a while. I might have used it. I don't think I used it on stream. Where the beam sabers from Legillis come out of the mouths, like their fire breath or a laser breath or something. And I found it very difficult to get them to align properly. I noticed that there was alignment issues in that. Right now I'm having trouble quantifying precisely what's wrong, if that makes any sense. Like, let's move these forward as far as I can get them, okay? And see, there is, hypothetically, the reason that I say that they aren't mirrored correctly is that on this side you see this corner, and on this side you do not see that same corner intersecting, so their alignment is off by certain degrees, and it's not difficult. They seem to be the same base shape, and yet somehow the natural alignment of these objects is I say natural, but that's not the right word. Yes, so the natural alignment, the original alignment of these objects is such that it is not perfectly symmetrical. So if you want to make a symmetrical design, you can't use those objects mirrored. It'll just get a close enough for, and some are better than others. Some objects look right. They're actually properly mirroring. But these dragon heads in particular, I know on some level, it's probably because they were on opposite limbs, but you know, as you're T-posing here, you're both your hands are doing the same thing, right? Right? Aren't they? Aren't they doing the same thing? Yeah? Yeah? Right? Yeah? Excuse me, I shouldn't have made that's a silly joke. But that jokes aside, the these parts, I still haven't found the position to perfectly align them so that they are mirrored. I'm gonna work on that now. So at least until this mask and the game gives me a headache, or like I said earlier in the description, or the neighbor kids start scrambling through the halls too loudly for me to think straight. So, they are presently, which location are they? They are on the head slot. Let's put them in the body slot. Okay, body slot, equipment location, body slot. Okay, hypothetically, these should end up equipped. Again, let's use the coordinate system to decide, right? To make sure that everything looks right. We set everything back to 0. So we can't really get anything wrong, right? And I had some windows up in the I don't necessarily need them now. I'm gonna close all those and open, but all those but one, because it's very useful to be able to copy the alignments of various objects and copy them elsewhere. So this is also another proof that some of it's going to be easy. Like if I just want to move this forward, it's just going to move that 200 forward, right? Okay. So those should, if I move them both 200 forward, look identical. But hey, look at that. It is already evident, without me messing with the alignment at all, that they are not properly aligned. I didn't have to change anything, and you can see that they are not properly aligned. So, I'm gonna be honest, I've struggled to find out exactly how badly they're messed up and at what angle, right? So at this point, I've got, let's work on the left side. I'm not sure if it's a, oh, I didn't, whoops. Apparently I have the right one on the left side and the left one on the right side, but it shouldn't really matter, okay? I'll put it on the right body and then there we go. Whoops. But again, I'm not really sure how to move or how to close get the thing to disappear, but adjust this. Like I said, I'll move this in by 30. Move this in by 30. And I've been trying to discover the exact alignment mistake that has been made in the way that these two objects align so that I can A, report the glitch, and B, well, no, for the sake of properly building, because this instance is kind of difficult to show it because we gotta find an angle. That's a good angle. There we go. See, the way that they are right now, there shouldn't be any little lip like that. I have not messed with the rotation of these objects. They should come together rather smoothly and create a flat line and not this weird wibbly thing, right? So that leads me to believe that it's a rotational issue. So if it's a rotational issue, that looks about right. But again, I can't tell how many degrees off it is because of their arbitrary alignment decision here. This doesn't tell you the actual degrees. This isn't degrees. I know it's not. And if it is, where are the missing 60 degrees? Why did they decide to go 300 degrees one way or the other? And why does it work that if you put it 300 over, it functions like 360 degrees? Like, for instance. Or, well, 180 in some cases. And it's arbitrary. Some objects it'll be 360 degrees. So from one side to the other, it's... How does this break up? I don't... It's annoying to me. It's annoying as heck. But, well, at least I know how far those are misaligned and what side. It's the x-axis, 6... Excuse me for a second. I'm going to pull up a notepad to start jotting these down. No, I don't want that. Mostly because this game isn't in beta, but the game told us that they're still in beta, so... I'm just gonna jot down these as I find them for maybe I should start I'm gonna start a Google document with this and list it in my profile for the misaligned parts. But I've only got the dragon head sign. If and I'd actually be open to having more people submit to that if they submit entries to that, because I just noticed the dragon head because I've been trying to do a 3-headed dragon thing for a while now, and at one point in time I'd been. Let's apply the changes for now. I don't really need to worry about it, but because there's I think I have an older version with the dragon heads. Hold on. I almost obsessively save my builds into new blueprints when I've messed around with them enough. Yeah, there we go. This is my 2-headed dragon. 3-headed dragon. Why did I say 2-headed dragon? Brain farts are strong today. This is another angle that I've rotated. It's another one of the things that made me realize that the heads were misaligned. I know it's hard to tell in that particular pose. And this is another one that I'm going to try to go for a two-headed dragon theme. It was one of those. This was one of the things that made me notice as well that it was weirdly aligned. So this is the next stage upward from the hatchling, or the, excuse me, this is from this one, excuse me. Anyway, I'm gonna save this one again because I need that example saved for the dragon head thing. Of course, that 6 degrees are going to be annoyingly hard to take into account for different alignments. That's an old name artifact too, so it's basically the end of my day, so I'm more or less in a creative mood. Despite the fact that I'm drinking coffee, I can sleep quite readily with coffee. Oh, excuse me. I'm taking the mask off a little bit for behind the screen. Well, that's on the ground. I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm kidding. But let's see. The Ryuga Ray. I'm gonna have to rename it later. Trying to decide if I want to have if I want to go for a 3-headed dragon thing, kind of like it, but I don't know. Ultimately, I'm deciding I don't think I do. Don't think I want to have a 3-headed dragon. No. I am debating whether I want to change heads. That's another possibility as well. Did I change? I don't think I changed blueprints. No, I did. I didn't. I'm an idiot. But, so now that I figured out how far that object is misaligned, I'm going to go back to this build. That's important because I was planning on trying to overlay that head into a certain place, to put 2 of them together, and then I noticed they weren't aligning properly. And so now I'm not sure where to submit bugs, but I'll be doing that once I have enough of them. I'm just going to probably collate an entire list and put it on a Google Drive, Google document to share. And if anybody wants to collaborate on that, I will take submissions by comment and or I don't know. I'm working on a Discord. I don't have enough people that are active enough to be moderators that I trust, and I don't know. There's a certain amount of nervousness that I have about having a Discord server with all the drama that people have had happen. I would be hyper vigilant about a lot of the bullshit that I've heard people run across in YouTube. And now I'm trying to decide what I want to do to fill in those extra EX skills. And because if I use the gun barrel, that's literally his neck. I can't use that. So, but my gun barrel is another example, because hypothetically the gun barrel, okay, if you put this on the left body, put this on, let's see, put this, get another gun barrel. Oh wait. because it could be an issue with the position that the object is placed in being off by a certain amount, but I suspect that it's each object's native orientation being incorrect, if that makes any sense. But I don't know anything about the internal workings of this game. I'm not an actual computer programmer or anything, and I'm just guessing, trying to work out problems in it. I totally could decide to do that. Well, hypothetically, these should look like one gun barrel without any seams or issues. Okay. Okay, cool. Then let's check what this gun barrel looks like. Because another idea I had was to, like, because right now I've kind of designed it like a frilled lizard, or one of those dinosaurs that killed Nedry in Jurassic Park. Like, I've always been a fan of those kind of dinosaurs, so I always like when they theme dragons after those. I don't actually need to have if I make them all in the same spot, then they're going to be all in the same. It's going to be easier to orient in all in a similar way. So if I mean, hypothetically, I could also use the rotation, rotate them all at the same time, but I don't want to deal with all that too. I wanted to have ridges down its neck and have the gun barrels activate, and the ridges will disappear as they activate. One sec, gotta move some windows around. I still haven't worked out the pressure on my nose that's causing issues with the mask, but oh well. I wish we could copy orientation of an object to another object without it, like, having to be perfectly mirrored. So, if I put this back here... Supposedly those are in the same spot. And it looks like it. It seems like this one overlapped it though, so... This is gonna be a pain in the butt. I should probably have it turned around. That might be as close as I'm gonna get it. That is... Maybe I should... Maybe I should move it down further, because right now that's getting... I don't like how that's over clipping in there. It's a little bit weird. Could also just make it much smaller, that's a possibility too. Maybe I should do that, yeah. Not much smaller, but just a little bit. That way it doesn't clip too much on that side. I want it down further. But it's still clipping through in the back in ways I'm not enjoying. What is that? Oh, look at the other gun barrel. No. Well, Oh, that's the... Okay, yeah. It's the fin of the other gun barrel. That's what that is. Does that clip through on the front? Yeah, it does. Drat. Of course it does. Because the way that I have planned on coloring it, I don't mind if there's some of that peeking out, like little flecks of bright glowing green on the neck. But I don't want too much of it, because it's going to be overpowered. Okay, I need to copy those again. There we go. Okay, and now I can copy that to the new one. Although that was probably going to go even further down on the neck, which, is it even going to peek out at that point and have a ridge viewable, or will I have to make it go further down? I don't know. Regardless, Although I did like the way that those aligned, I am gonna fiddle with this a bit more because I want it to. I want it to create a fairly continuous path of ridges along the back. And I want the gap to be mostly uniform in there. There we go. That should be okay. And for this, this doesn't have to be perfect either. Although I say that, and I know full well that I'll probably sit here for another 10 minutes literally just aligning these plates to be in the exact perfect spot. Because I don't know what the alignment is using, whether it's pixels or what have you, but it looks like there's almost the same gap. Is that right? It's hard to tell with the stuff in the way, and I cannot zoom in any closer on the object than this, which bugs the hell out of me. I like where the bottom one is, but I can't tell if I like where the middle one is. But at some point, I guess you just, gotta send it. I'm not particularly fond of that phrase, but I've heard worse. But I can also, I think those are, I don't know which, that's gonna be annoying. I won't know which gun barrels are activating. If I activate all of them, then, well, okay. Let's try that and go through test mode and see if my neck disappears. If the green part of my neck disappears. If that's the case, then I picked the wrong ones and I'll keep switching them, I guess. Oh, yeah! Oh, sweet. Yay. Okay, so it bases it off of, I think... There we go. Good. But I think it bases them off of the order that they're in on the, whatchamacallit? If that makes any sense? But then, I don't have enough builder parts for... I don't have enough builder parts left for, the extra skills that I need, which I could remove one of these, and that would just take down the EX skill a little, which is fine. I don't mind. I want one gun barrel. There's enough. That's enough gun barrels. I don't really mind having one funnel at a time, and I'm just not. I can't tolerate having a floating dragon head. That would bug the heck out of me. Just bug the heck out of me. So I'm gonna just scroll through until I find a. I mean, one of my go-tos has been. Oh, what is it? Where is it? And honestly, I like the gun barrels as a funnel fairly well. Although there are other options that are pretty good as well. I'm not sure if the number of funnels that the individual part deploys reduces or increases, or if it's just a standardized kind of thing. This is one of the things I like to put on the shield, the Amazing Lev A, which is from Build Fighters, as it says. But I don't want to use that. I don't want to go stale. Excuse my yawns. As I said, I'm near the end of my day, so. I'm a little surprised that these thruster units don't do anything. The ground thrusters, nothing. I feel like they should give you a movement skill. Like it's like you get a movement skill from various other things. Why doesn't this give you something? But not everything has to give you a skill. But I do feel like if you're adding armor, that armor should give you some, hit points or defense. But I don't know. There's also a case to be made that it's literally cosmetic, and if you add those, then it can be abused, which I'm making that case against my own argument. So of course I know what I'm going to say. Sidebinder doesn't do anything either. Iron-blooded orphans gecko. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Dang it. Did I skip past it again? I did not. Oh, these Mercury Lev sword units 1 and 2 are things I really like to go for often. But, like I said, if I use the same thing, they're really cool, but they take up a big slot, right? Or they take up a slot that something else could use more efficiently. It's like half the time I use builder's parts to fill in the rest of the gaps. And I know I could take off one of the little, the things that the lion head have, not lion head, little, frills on his head, but they look right, and that's important. More important than than function sometimes. Excuse me. So I'm kind of just trying to find something that'll do the same trick that, there's another one of those kind of parts that are from, they're from the same series, I think. I'm disappointed that these don't have more functionality. I looked at all of them, those don't do much other than that. Rocket launchers are fun. Always fun to have rocket launchers. I find it really hilarious that you could basically just fill it up and have 8 people like standing somewhere on your gunpla. This one's also nice. It's pretty useful. Although I find it rather frustrating that the IFS unit builder part has fewer color options than the shield, even though they are hypothetically, they're the same exact shape. Exact same shape. But no. So another option is I'm using the this shield just because it looks like a tail, right? I could use a different shield that gives more skills than that one does, because right now it just gives one missile launcher skill. And I like the Sinaju one, but it only gives one. Legillis only gives one. Missile shield. That gives 2 of those. And I've had that on there previously, so it's fitting, but it doesn't have a tail now. Which means I have to put something on there to supplement the tail. So and I part of me could have sworn that I'd upgraded this part, but sometimes I will keep things downgraded like that so that it's not, so that I know that I need to keep upgrading it. This is a part that I could imagine feasibly being a tail, so I'm gonna try and put that on and see, because I do like the EX skills that it gives you. Just oh, that thing is so huge. Whew, wow, it's gonna be good. I don't know if that's gonna work very well for a tail. Depends how we work it. No, I don't want that one moved. Yeah, that one. That's probably the one I want. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's not working as intended for my purposes. Yeah, that's not a tail. It's more like a surfboard for the gun-plop. Oh, that's a thing I really want to be able to do, because you remember Gundam. I don't know if anybody's watching, if they've seen Gundam Maxter. Used to have this shield that it would like hoverboard on, but we don't get that option to stand on the shield. That'd be cool. But no, you can't stand on your shield and use it like a hoverboard. Hey, maybe we'll get that in an update. Maybe. I kind of doubt it, but one can hope. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to orient this in such a way that it looks like a tail. No. It just doesn't go down far enough, which is a frustrating limitation. It doesn't matter how I orient it, it won't do that. Let's try it. I don't know, the Gillis shield doesn't have enough skills. It won't work. I'm gonna have to use the missile shield. Part of me really was sure that I'd finished upgrading that, but I don't know. This is one of the parts that I don't like to pay attention to what I'm upgrading, because you get shields often. It's fine to just fill up on the one that I'm trying to upgrade right now. And plus, I end up getting such a dearth of, is that the right word? Such a deluge of good parts that I don't really need to worry about being frugal about some of the stuff that I get. As you can see, this isn't particularly defensively based, except that it does have a for each enemy targeting you damage reduction, which I've been meaning to try and use the extra slots to get more hate up skills on, but I haven't done that yet. Or hate up trait. I haven't found enough of those yet to fill it up as I'd like. Just barely fills out the thing. There's not enough skills to be different, and I don't like to. Just because I don't like the fact that when you go and use one of the mastered skills, it replaces your parts. It bothers me. I don't want to have my. I built it to look like that. I don't want to have my parts replaced just because you decided that the skill has to be attached to the object, even though hypothetically it doesn't have to be at all. You could just have the tools appear in my hand and swing the sabers, but it's got to have this wireframe on there. Anyway, enough of my griping about that. I did finally finish this though. I think I finished it. I think I'm gonna go check the size of this thing though, because one of the other design themes of this character fan race I'm coming up with is the different stages of life that they go through. So kind of like a Digimon, but Gunpla themed. I figure, why not? If there are humanoid AIs, why can't there be, demon and animal themed AIs? What am I trying to do? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna make it tiny though. I like to make it more like a buckler. So I'm gonna move it really forward on the fist. I wish I could get it like right there on the fist, but I don't think I can actually do that. Yeah, it won't go any further than that. I don't think. Sometimes you can fiddle with the rotation of the object to make it get into positions that it hypothetically doesn't want to be in. But the less often on a circular object, it's a lot harder to get it to do what you want to tweak out. I do feel like that's a good spot for that to be though, but I wish I could just flip it. I want to mirror it, but it doesn't. Is that gonna do it? No, it didn't. That did not achieve what I wanted. It just reset it to almost the original position. Oof. I always feel like I got hair in my eyes when I've got my goggles on. I gotta check to make sure that there's not one stuck in the foam or something. See, you can make it go all the way out here. That'll work, but no, you can't make it go on the fist like it's a buckler style shield. Doesn't seem like anyway. I've been trying for several days to find a shield that'll function like that, but well, that's weird. Now I've never seen it do that. See, it's always clipping through. And if I make it bigger, it's too big to appear like I want it to. And it never gets... Okay, see, you get it... At a certain point, it gets that big. It's like, well, that's too big to be a buckler. It's actually just a big round shield now. And my fist is all the way inside of it. And yet, I'm still trying to get it to do that buckler thing I want. I'll have to move that gun, the blaster over, or pick a different one, because this side doesn't. It's gonna clip through. Like, that's the other thing I want. I want to be able to equip the shield to the left or to the right side like, because not everybody uses a shield on their left side. If that's not your dominant hand, why would you use a left-handed shield? There's even like a tactical advantage to it to some extent. Most people expect you to have to use a right-handed shield style. I mean, out of character, in game, it probably wouldn't do anything except functional. It just looks different, you know. It's still like it. My grandma was left-handed, so sometimes I get the odd, you know, I had left-handed advocacy here, which is funny. It's not like they're. I say funny, but it has only been like the last 200 or 300 years that we stopped like hating on people with left-handedness. Okay, if I hypothetically accept the idea of my shield being stuck, my hand being stuck in my shield. Well, okay, hold on. Okay, at least that way it almost looks like. Wait, is that just? Yeah, it just did the 180 thing. At least that way it kind of looks like, yeah, it doesn't matter which one of those 300s I use. 300 negative and 300 positive are functionally the same. At least that kind of looks like a buckler. Kinda. I can accept that. Oh, interesting. Okay. I can't have the sword and shield out at the same time at the moment, but let's see if... I'm trying to adjust this in a way that lets it look like the sword is coming out. The beam saber is coming out of the center of the shield. But the other problem is that depending on which way my character is posed, the beam saber will appear to come out of other places on the shield. So it doesn't quite matter. I also need to change that long-range weapon. Because it's all left rifle. But this skill right here makes me really, really, really wish we could just have that. We can't master skills that are on a weapon, but I've gone on that rant on a different stream. I guess I'll just move it back to the Legillis blaster, and then it'll look like it's coming out of the shield. But I also need to have a beam weapon because, or something other than the rapid fire machine gun. And I have a visual allergy to the giant explosive rifle that everybody loves. Unfortunately. Or not, it's not a rifle, it's a bazooka, excuse me. That bazooka hurts my eyes so much. So much. Dang it. It's the #1 bazooka. It's the #1 weapon. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. Can I get the strike shooter to fit on this one? It's like gonna look weird. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it looks bad. It's more like the shield is deploying out of the strike shooter. That's kind of cool, actually. I'm gonna keep that. It's not gonna look like that every time, just because I really wish that it would lock alignment in certain ways. It's like, oh, you have those intersecting, you want it to stay like that? Cool, we'll do that. Or like let us attach the shield to the blaster or something, but wish in one hand, crap in the other. Yeah, I'm gonna put the strike shooter on and keep the Legilus. But this one I'm really disappointed because on Gundam Breaker Mobile, this weapon had a long firing beam attack. Like you would fire 3 or 6 beams across the map when you fired it. And in this one, it doesn't do that. But I'm going to just try out what it does. I can't remember. I had trouble getting its long press at firing to work the last time I used it. So that's the right one. Yeah, that does not feel right for the strike shooter. I've seen this thing function. It doesn't do that. Well, at least yeah, it doesn't. That's weird. See? Like, why does it do that? Why does it change the alignment of the object? I had it aligned in a specific way, but it's anchored to the forearm, not the fist. So the fist moves, and the gun is what's moving, not the shield. Frustration. I get frustrated at. It's probably not laziness. I mean, I don't know how much crunch these guys are under. I'm mostly okay with where that comes out, though. Do I have the whole tray filled out? Yes, I do. Although I was debating on getting whether I want to fill in this with another gun barrel or find something else to fill in EX skills with. Because I like that shield. If I put in another, builder part here, I could get different skills, but there's not too many things that have enough skills or worthwhile skills. I mean, at least that function for the style that I'm going for on this character. I mean, I could go for one of these cannons or something and use that as a tail, or one of the other cannons, but like I said with the other objects, there's some weirdness with the alignment, and I'd spend hours just trying to figure out how to make it work. But then there's the Legilus tail, which I love that weapon. I love it. But if you don't put it on the backpack, it kind of gets wonky sometimes. Which is frustrating because it's like, why build in... I mean, how do I put this? I know that the glitch and the misalignment of certain things probably isn't intentional, but the lack of quality control that makes it, so that things like that slip through, things that are really functionally pretty easy to get right. But I don't know, I'm not in the internals of the game, so I do love that double satellite cannon on the Gundam, the Tall Geese Rose. I'll have to load that up and play a few missions before I go to bed. But yeah, if this goes on the back, like the center back piece, you can put it on the center backpack. But I like to put it on the butt. On the buttocks. Because where does the tail belong except the posterior? I don't know why my voice decided to go into the Bane register for a second there, but it did. And I'm going to turn my camera off real quick so that I don't get demonetized for advocating smoking. Because I'm not. It's just a bad habit that I haven't yet kicked. I I can't help that I like to do that. It's one of my favorite objects. I'm so glad that they put it on as a builder part that you can just slap it onto anything. Because the Legilis backpack was really underwhelming in Gundam Breaker Mobile, and dude, I like this game's stat system because of how it's almost aesthetically decoupled. Like, you could take functionally two parts that are totally different in appearance, put the same abilities on them, and they will functionally have the same stats. Now, that gets into a bit more nuance when you're talking about the different types of weapons that we're going to be using and the shields and so on, because those have skills tied to them. But that doesn't technically matter when you can go and use mastered skills to fill in. And I guess you could say I'm hobbling myself to an extent by deciding that I don't like to use master skills that I haven't, that are off of my build, you know, and it just bugs me. It just bugs me. Now, if I had master skills that looked okay with the build that I was on, I would use them, and I haven't built anything that feels like that yet. So, and I'd just rather build in such a way that the parts that include the skills I want have the skills on there that I want. If that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense. What component? Now, I'm confused about why they call this a component. What component is this? Is this just like flare? Did the flare disappear? Was the flare... Did they take the flare off in the show at some point there? The flare there on the back there? Over there? I like it. To be honest, it looks good. Kind of covers up those hinges on the back. Or on the... I've also been wanting to try out more asymmetry on my builds, but I haven't had too many that I really want to exercise that urge. The Tall Geese was one of the first instances of that. For a long time I was really obsessed with having everything symmetrical. And then there's the OCD of being like, did I make sure that everything's filled in right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm tempted to not use the gun barrel as a skill, to be entirely frank, because, like, the Gillis cannon, I like it. It's a good skill. I'm going to keep it. But the gun barrel is... It's just, like, free DPS, and I guess that's one of the most powerful builds that I've seen people using. Is just a huge swarm of cheap... I say cheap in the EX skill cost, not in the it's cheap. No, all strategies are fair in this game as far as I'm concerned. Cheese it as much as you want, but cheap in that it's only going to cost 1 point to get that gun barrel out, right? Or 1 or 2 for a bunch of swarms of GN bits or something like that. I'm also curious how they're able to build up their EX bar so fast, but I might just not be building properly. I think there's a certain amount of that I've been focusing on having a bunch of rarity rate increases, right? See, this one's almost perfected just for the purpose of getting that bag. But it also feels appropriate for a dragon themed gunpla to be focused on hoarding resources. It just feels appropriate. It isn't perfect. The Legillis arms, I want to work on multiple builds, so it doesn't have that same hyper focus as the head, body, and legs, and backpack, of course. But I can get that hyper focus without needing all of them to be filled out with that, because, like I said, if you go and look at the specs here, this provides 158% rate and quality, and tab for mobile suit specs. So yeah, there's 158% rate and quality. Then there's the rate and quality tied stat, which adds 22.10%. So let me put my camera back on. Sorry about that. So 158 plus 120, plus 22.10. Oh gosh, why is my brain having trouble with this? Could be the hours of being awake. 181, I think. No, yeah, 180.26. And then you add the rate and quality compounded. So there's 35% quality and 27% rate. And so both of them cap out past 200. So I feel like that functionally is that's getting the assignment right. It's also still not managing. It's still managing to be decent in combat as well. I don't think it holds itself back too far by that. But I could be biased. Guard gauge recovery is really high, even though I never use the guard button. That's why I decided to put guard function and defense and evasion in there, because I don't like to hit the guard button. I know it's a bad habit, but it feels wasted when I could be hitting the attack button. No, I didn't mean to do that. I was meant to go paint the suit. I'm gonna go back in and paint the gunpla. Oh hey, there's actually someone in my room. Surprise! Hi. In my lobby, I should say. Oh, I forgot something. One sec. Ugh. One of the reasons why I went back to, or went and redesigned this is because the first time I designed it, the feet, I ended up accidentally mirroring them the wrong way, so the thumbs, the thumb joint of their polydactyl feet were not oriented right. because most thumb toes don't go out to the left or out to the side. They go on internally for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but that's just the general rule of the way things work. I might build a second build that has the gun barrel activated, but at the moment I don't really want to do that. That is, what is, oh, okay, I'm going to color that differently. I'm also curious what these extra columns of color at the back are. I don't understand why they're there. Because these don't do anything. They have no function. I have not found anything that they color on this Gundam or on this piece. Because it should flash when you're editing a particular color, but this one doesn't color anything. And there's no sheath for it to come out of. And I wonder if they just forgot an option in there somewhere where you're supposed to have a sheath visibility. I kind of hope so, because I want to have a sheath visible on that. I want to have this gunpla with like 7 different swords on there. Even though I really hate the idea of Solo from One Piece, that is, I would say, maybe 50% the fault of the American 4Kids dub, and 50% the fact that I don't like the fact that the guy missed the point of piracy. But that's me being really pedantic. I like that strike shooter. Oh, it's so cool. Like I said, most of this I want it to seem bioorganic or biomechanical. In some cases, it's going to start to verge into the realm of looking like a Digimon, which is fine. People have been building Digimon on here for the entire time the game's been out. I almost have the color chart that I've produced for myself almost memorized, even though I didn't intentionally orient it in any particular way or organize it. I find designing these gunpla to be relaxing for some reason, so it's sort of what I'd like to do before I go to bed, is to dig deep into creating this and that. I want this to be metallic red. And it feels like the shield should be brass, but I also need to edit that color so that it's not, so it's a lot more rough. It's a shield, it shouldn't be super shiny after taking hits. It defeats the purpose of it, you know? A good shield should be pretty scuffed up. If you didn't know, that is meant to act like his lower jaw. And yes, I'm not sure why at what point Ryuga Ray ended up becoming a male, but that's that has been decided. This is known. There we go. There we go. Ow, ow, ow. Excuse me. Yeah. Now it kind of looks like he's got these sacks of biomechanical goo, or I don't know. I'm debating whether I should change the color of those nails, to be honest. Like, I like them, but I also feel like they're a little bit macabre. Make them a dull black instead of that bloody red. Oh, that's not the right one. These. Okay, so dang it. I hate it when I do ADHD and my brain just skips over. Yeah, you meant to change another part color and you didn't. Because there's like a lot of parts that I was meaning to recolor based off of the bioorganic philosophy, the biomechanical philosophy of this build. And then there's even more that I want to do with texturing that I haven't even gotten to yet. And that's going to be a pain in the butt because of a lot of reasons. In fact, I'm not particularly looking forward to that. What is that? I didn't know there was a little gold line through there. Ooh. Excuse my weird noise there. But I do want that to be... Ooh. Mm. Yeah, I like that. I wish I could color those fins at the top gold, but I can't, sadly. But I can. I think I'm gonna make the wingtips. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make the wingtips gold. There's still these ostentatious vibes periodically, but he's not gonna hit full full glow up until he's in his perfect form, final form. Yes. I don't mind the yellow sword, that's fine. I'm gonna run a mission with this and then save the blueprint. Ooh. Oh, the thing is starting to hurt my eyes. See, now I feel bad. Like, they came in and then they wandered off. And while I know I can go in, you know, into the test room and mess with see what it looks like, I prefer live testing.
This is the mission desk.
Where
Come
things
in.
fight back.
Welcome.
And unlike last time, I'm not going to forget to increase the difficulty. I'm not sure if I forgot to increase the difficulty or it forgot that I'd increased the difficulty or both. Probably not both. Man, I spent several... If I don't get anybody in the room for a few minutes, then I'll just start it solo. Because some of the parts, like, excuse me, non sequitur back to the idea about designing these, like, oh hey.
Sweet build.
Yeah. Kedazui? I hope that's not some strange...
Good to be here. Copy that.
Yeah. I love to look at people's builds and just kind of like take them apart in my mind to see what they're doing. But then I run into builds where I'm totally surprised by what they're doing. Oh hey, they've got that same they've got a similar little symbol on their thing. But they're only using one rank symbol. I've got doubled up a couple of rank symbols.
Good work.
This whole system bugs me.
Show me what your gunpla can do.
The chat system annoys me because it's very easy to make mistakes like that, and then those mistakes make it feel like you've said some insulting thing, even though the game goes, hey, be careful, be nice when you're online talking to people. And I'm like, well, yeah, of course I would be. Why would I be a jerk online?
Are you about to go on a mission?
No, I'm just logging in to play with myself.
You might just have perfect timing. Can I see? Okay. Yeah, I can definitely handle this.
Okay.
Listen, I know this is out of the blue, but could I join you for this one?
I can't say no. Trying to beat my score.
Oh yeah, I'm putting it all on the line too.
Cool.
In fact, if you can beat me this time, you can even have my grace.
Yeah, sure. That's not gonna happen.
Not. Jeez, everything's a competition with you.
Yes, it is all a competition.
Anyway, is it okay if I tag along? Okay, great. Let's go prep to deploy then. How is he so good, though? This is my chance to finally figure it out. I I won't lose today.
It frustrates me that not all of those seams are exactly identical. Ooh, yeah, see, like how that's textured. Like, I like how his gunpla is textured. I'm gonna work in some texturing like that so that I can make the skin of this gunpla look more organic. But that's gonna come later. It might also involve weathering it as well. I wonder if you could pair up Legula's tails, but if it's just a single activation style of art. Oof. Well, that one felt like I actually had something in my eye, like a bug. That's annoying. Hopefully that wasn't actually the case. That bugged the heck out of me when that sort of thing happened. Especially when I don't know about it. The thing is, where is this thing? Oh, there it is. I spent a long time, way too long, orienting this thing just to get it to look exactly the right way I wanted. Oh, I'm gonna have to change that too. Because it's still not perfect. I still like how it fans out, but maybe I'll have to flip it again. But I do like it fanned out like that. See?
I think I'm starting to slow down.
Maybe I should make it green instead.
Makes it harder than I thought.
I don't know. I'm imagining it like it's hair.
How are you still going? I mean, good for
And that's
you.
like it's dragon breath.
Careful on you. Can't slow down now, right? I'm just getting warmed up.
Dang it, I forgot to change that. I want it to be green, because do I just keep missing when it's finished charging up on that? No, I don't seem to be seeing it finish charging up. What the heck? I don't think I'm going to keep the strike shooter on here. Oh, I did not intend for it to have the... When did I... This is the other thing that annoys me about this. I don't like this at all.
Good work.
Yeah, I think I'm going to switch the guns or the blasters around. Oof. Excuse me. I gotta turn on my camera again. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm not sure how much longer I've got in me. I'm gonna try to stick it out for 2 hours, but
There it is. The final boss. I bet I can handle this thing by myself. You just sit back and watch. I've got this. We can do this.
sorry if it's hard to see what I'm doing sometimes. That is the hazard of this form of player camera. I can tell what I'm doing. You sometimes cannot. Super mode off? Yep. It's off. Yeah.
I didn't ask for your help, you know. I could have beat it, but thanks. Okay, we're done with this one. Let's head back to the lobby. He saved me again. I was having such a tough time with those enemies, but he cut right through them. Seems like I fell further behind every day. At this rate, I'll never catch up with him.
These are the cliche elements that I'm not as fond of as some people. Hey, I got that thing going. It would be a whole annoying process to try and figure out how to orient those fins to turn gold when I'm and flip around. I've been trying to get it to work for days now, honestly. So I'm not gonna try anymore. gonna save this one. Rename it, save it under the Ryuga Ray.
Thanks, you know, for helping me today.
Oh. Oh, you're fine. Alright, I didn't
I'll
do
get
anything.
you next time, though. You can't stay ahead of me forever.
Yes, I can. I don't believe you. Go ahead and believe yourself. Believe in yourself.
Lynn?
Ha!
Oh, it's you, Lilin. Don't do that. You scared me.
Lol.
Did you just finish a mission? Yeah. Lynn, you appear tired. Are you straining yourself?
Yeah, I'm yawning a lot.
Even if I was, I wouldn't admit it.
Oof.
He started playing at the same time I did, but he's already miles ahead of me. It doesn't make sense. How is he doing this?
I have no life.
I can't keep lagging behind him all the time. I need to practice. I have to be better.
Wasn't she just the one who was like, why is everything a competition with you? Is it because you're making it a competition?
Why?
Yeah, why?
I thought we were all supposed to help each other because we are a team.
Oh. Excuse me, damn.
Yeah, that's the general idea.
Yeah.
But this is different. I want to fight alongside him, not follow in his shadow. Why? What is the difference? Like, if I'm not playing at the same level he is, then he has to protect me, you know?
Yes, sure. Teammates. Okay, whatever.
And don't get me wrong, I don't hate feeling protected. It can be kinda nice. But this is different. This is something I care about and try really hard at. I want to be recognized for my skill, not just helping. I don't know. It's complicated.
I'm not there to get it, but I get it.
Anyway,
I guess.
yeah, that's why I need to practice more. You do? Until I'm just as good as he is. Okay, I need to log out and get some sleep.
Yeah,
See you
me
later,
too.
Lilin. I don't understand.
I don't think she understood the sleeping part either. Not really. Yep, they left. That's fine. I gotta save this build and, well, I edit and finish fixing it and save it then. Oh, excuse me, that was gross. I'd say fix it, but I'm just not liking how the strike shooter works. I'm very disappointed in how it functions on this game. Other guns other blasters that I could use, but nothing quite like that, really. I'm gonna keep that buckler thing there. I've got a right side and a left side version of the Mega Cannon that I've been planning to make a build centering on, but I haven't gotten around to that yet. I'm also disappointed that the aerial rifle doesn't shoot a beam like it does in the show. No, it just shoots a little bolt. That's great, lovely. The charge up doesn't do what it's supposed to. feels like they hobbled her build on purpose on some level. Like, no, we can't make Ariel as good as that. Why would we want to do that? She's a girl. Hopefully it's obvious that I don't think like that. I might also just be, pure conjecture. Conjecture's just a fun thing sometimes. Yeah, let's go back to that one. This is my left side mecha cannon. See, functionally, I don't feel like there's a big difference between a Gatling gun and a machine gun. They feel like they're functionally the same thing, at least in the context of this game. But it's frustrating when they're functionally the same thing. Like, they're both rifles, but they don't do the same thing. Maybe there's a version of a variant, because I saw in a prompt that it's like, oh, some weapons that drop in new type mode are going to have different abilities than others, and I'm like, well, how do I know when they do that? I haven't seen any, even though it said it was notifying me that I'd gotten a weapon that had a different attack schematic than attack schema. It didn't warn me or let me know that that was the case, other than being like, oh, hey, you found one, and I'm like, yeah, but which one? I got like 10 weapons from that drop. What? I guess I just have to wait until I find one. Yeah, this is the right side mega cannon, but I'm not going to use the mega cannon either. And it feels really frustrating that, like I said, you can't learn Rolling Buster. You can't use Rolling Buster without having both of those guns equipped. Which, hey, it's a cool skill. I like it. And I have the 2 rifles built just for this specific thing. But, and for a while, like, okay, this is called a rifle, correct? Right? But it's a long rifle. Okay, this is functionally, I mean, it's not the same size, it's longer, yeah, but it's a long rifle. I don't functionally feel like there's a difference in, like, functional size between this and, like, because this is a long rifle as well, but it's functionally the same size, but it's a long rifle to an SD Gundam. Does that matter? I don't feel like it should matter. I don't know. I do love this one, but this one's all left side built. I am happy that this got a beam attack, but it's got such a tiny beam attack compared to everything else that I'm like, why didn't they give it a better blast? It's a little frustrating. And I would really like it if they would be like, just give us a rifle or a weapon that's just like one-sided. It doesn't matter which side it's on, it gives you the same bonus attack, but no. I should stop griping. I should just stop griping. But I feel like if you stop complaining about things that they're not doing right, then they stop doing things right. That one I like because it's different. At least I'll be flipping around and crap, you know. I didn't want the gun barrel on. I want the Legulas tail. And I can't get that. I'm not going to be able to get the frills to work right now, so I'm just going to save the blueprint for now. Rename it, and then load it so that it's named properly. Because Yeah. No. Oh, gross. I don't like the word whelp. It just doesn't feel right. Worm? Let's go with worm. No, worm means they're really old, though. Hey, it did fit. I guess that's the same. Is that the same number of letters? Yeah, it is the same number of letters as hatchling. Oh. Cool, okay. Alright, now that's saved. Hopefully it doesn't mess up, but I'm gonna have to change the color of the blades because they're not matching anymore. They're supposed to be the same color. And it's like, wait, what happened to his sword? Why doesn't he have swords? 2 swords. Because I don't want 2 swords. Because I don't want to have 2 swords. But now the gun barrel has no purpose, so why do I have the gun barrel on there, but no sheath for his sword? So I'll probably put that back on. Otherwise, I'm proud of where it's gone so far. And then I'm going to have to pick up from one of the later builds. I think this is the next build up, the Fecto build. But I need to take off the hands and do some other work on it. But I digress. I'm also getting real tired. I was yawning like 4 times a minute just 5 minutes ago. And I forgot that I don't have my arm rests down, so I'll load the rosé real quick. Wait a minute, didn't I save that? I could have sworn that I saved the rosé with the... Hold on, didn't I? Okay, that's going to tick me off. I don't know that I did. Now I'm going to have to go check that I saved the rosé when I switched. I might have forgotten to, and this is why I go and check things like this. Because I switched the rosé's cannon around, switched it around, I used the rosé. Used it, used it, used it. Used it, used it, used it, used it, used it. Okay, so I was AFK for a minute. Sorry. Just had the rosé loaded. Ugh. Morning dead time. I really hope I didn't forget to... apologies for going silent. Like I said, checking my work on my ADHD brain to make sure that I actually edited and saved the Rose edits that I'd done. I'm a little frustrated if I just forgot, straight up forgot. That would piss me off. Okay, okay. Why are you doing that? I think I just forgot to save it. Oh, I hate myself. Blueprints. I'm watching myself back on mute just so I can see if I actually saved it or if I forgot to do it. It appears like I just flat forgot to save it. So I edited it and then I hate myself. I forgot. Oh, fucking idiot. Now I have to do all that fucking work over again. Lovely. Well, at least I can go back and check the final stats on where I put that. Okay, there's that. I'm infuriated. I can't believe I forgot to save that stupid fix. It's not that bad. I do not think that I adjusted the location of the right arm cannon much at all, but that's fine. I did not know. I did not remember increasing the size of it either. Oh, cat, did you... Oh, please tell me you didn't just... Probably. She probably did. Oh, that would explain some things. I decided that I'm not quite happy with where the original final alignment was, so might as well modify it some more, right? While I am fixing a fuck up. No, I'm not going to apologize for cursing. It is a freedom of speech thing, and I am all for that. I have the right to sound as crass as I want, although I will continue to refer to a unconfirmed scientific study that I read about that said that people who curse frequently are more honest than people who do not. It feels right. But then I referred back to a, oh God, was it? I think it was an Al Roker moment. God, dude is not a bad guy, just not. No one's perfect, but he had this moment where he's like, you know what I think about scientific studies is you pick a few that feel right to you, and you go with those, you follow those, and it's like, I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, no, that you're a meteorologist, that's not how this works. But I honestly don't want to give Neil deGrasse Tyson that much credit, because his ego is already so inflated that most people can't tolerate his bullshit. Oh, there's plenty of gap. What am I worried about? Oh, sweet. Even then it's not quite intersecting. Yeah. Yeah. Is that working? Is that working right? Yeah. I'm sorry. If Sheena can get away with making weird noises in missions, I can get away with making weird noises while building. Now, I'm curious whether... I don't even need the head Vulcan thing. I don't need the Maglev sword either. Honestly, I can get away with getting a different one on there. And... thing is, I really like that one. Oh, cool. Okay, that's nice. I'll have to use that at some point. I use the 5-tube missile pod. I like that one. That one's on only the... This one's mostly... I don't know what the themes of these two trays are. Regardless, I think I'm going to get rid of this thing because I have enough skills without it that I could probably supplement it with something else and get a better build going. It's like, this is like a spikier looking thing. It's much thornier looking. Like, I like the spike of this, but honestly, I want something with more hook to it. That doesn't have a hook to it. That doesn't have a hook to it. None of those really do, but... what's the Vulcan pod do? Is it just it's just shooting out blasts from your face? Is that what that is? I think that is what that is. Another thought that I had was to use a solar reactor to get another hypertrans, but that doesn't feel right either. And then there's these manipulator arms that I could put on there on the shield or on that region, but it feels like that would be overkill too. Then there's the beam boomerang. These things are cool as heck. They even fit on the shoulder. They're supposed to go on the shoulder. See, and that's another thing. I don't like to use things like the flashbang or something like that. It's just... if it bothers my eyes, I will not use it on someone else. It's just my own principle, you know? Similarly to why I won't use the bazooka. there's the problem with that. It clips. Yeah, can't use that. I don't know why I thought to do that in the first place. This is a silly idea. Ooh, that would be fitting, wouldn't it? Hold on, let me find it. Where is it? 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 There it is. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, it's even got a little peg thingy. Which makes sense, right? I'm gonna be honest, I always found Trey's Kushrana's quote sense of honor to be a wee bit grating on my nerves, in the sense that his sense of honor was very warped, but I kind of feel like that might have been the point of some of that, but maybe not. That people get so obsessed with the idea of honor and so on that they stopped caring about what the war was about. So hypothetically, what should happen is, hopefully it doesn't have any wonky, I mean, it's gonna look wonky regardless. There's only gonna be certain stances where this looks right. Just because I'm gonna get too tired to actually work on anything else. Now, this, there's a part of me that feels like I could... this thought for a minute, right? I gotta be sparing with the green, because if I put too much green on, it looks like a Christmas tree, and I freaking hate that. I mean, not that I don't hate Christmas trees per se. I don't like things that are themed after Christmas. I get really annoyed at it. I'm absolutely down for the war on Christmas. Mostly JK, mostly. Well, I don't know. I like it for now. I am highly frustrated that I forgot to save that. That makes me question a lot of other things, but I won't start questioning the integrity of all my memories just yet. Yet being the operative term. I'm gonna keep this. I think I like the idea of going with like a rose stem color scheme for some of this stuff. The handle of that needs to be brass. Well, that's gonna be gold. That's gonna be a different color of red. I think I'm gonna go with go with that. Yeah. I'm gonna remember to save it this time. Honestly, I think I like the way I colored it this time better. Although I'm a little... Did I make that cannon crooked? I probably did. Even if I did, the cannons are usually crooked. There we go. Honestly, that saber seems to have less of an issue clipping than a lot of other things do, so... I don't want to have to figure out how to align it from the forearm so that thing slides along the shoulder. It just wouldn't work. It'd be a pain in the butt forever for no reason. I mean, not for no reason, but for vanity. And I do a lot for vanity. I think I'm going to try and run the next mission and then hopefully not pass out. But you never know. I might end up... I am all alone in here. Holy crap. Well, that's... that's not working as intended. I hate when I have to do that. I guess I'll just have to reduce the size of the left cannon a bit. Oh. That will help a little bit. But, are those at the same stopping point? I'm okay if it looks like one is smaller than the other. That's not... The point isn't really to make them look identical. But I also wonder if I shouldn't make the other one have a green thing, because all the other flower sort of things are like that. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on, cat. Please do not jump on my lap right now. I said don't jump on my lap right now. I know you don't understand English, but try. I did feed you earlier. You got food. Okay, that's not what you wanted. You just wanted to troll because you're a cat. All right, cool. I'm kidding. That's not. I don't know. I think that's the cat's motivation. Cat's motivations are like 50% trolling. You know it. Nah, I don't like that. That looks dumb. Yeah, that looks dumb. Yeah, that looks silly. I was gonna tweak something else. I do want to mess with that decal, because that decal on his chest is not right. I think I messed with it before and it didn't fix it. Maybe I didn't save it. But I could have sworn that I did. Like I said, I don't understand why this game has issues with remembering everything. Oh no, that's off. What? Yay. And again, can't zoom in any further than that. I've been trying to figure that out, but I can't do that. I can't do that. You what's really annoying is that from certain angles, things clip into various other textures. So. Nope, I'm just messing that up more. What's that? I feel like that's as close as I'm ever going to get that decal to fit right as I want it. Yeah. I just can't eliminate that one little line of glow. It's fine. It's fine. The Sigma symbol is evident. Yes. Yes, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, wait. Oh, no, do a mission, save the blueprint, and then leave. Well, at least the cannon's not dragging the ground. That's, yeah. There we go.
This is the mission desk.
If I do it with solo, then it will fill in the team with my NPCs, and I'm like, I don't like the NPCs. Namely because they, just like the little buggers that float around in the missions, are only there as an extra target for things to poke. I'm honestly surprised that Tall Geese is not a more, what's the word I'm looking for? Played upon mobile suit. Like, it's such a good build. Why is my teammate disbanding? I didn't disband my team.
This is the mission desk.
Why couldn't I create a team?
This is the mission desk.
What? That was weird. Very weird.
Now that the clan battles are over, I think we should focus on improving our gunpla to match the higher difficulties we'll be dealing with. So today, let's do a mission that drops a ton of parts.
Tal, why do people try so hard to become stronger?
Huh? That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, sure, that's out of nowhere.
You and the others were always trying to improve your strength in battle. Why?
That's actually kind of hard to answer.
It is?
The reason will change depending on the person. I guess if I had to say for myself, I try to improve because it helps me get closer to the person I want to be.
The person you want to be?
Right. Like, if I improve at GB4, my skills will let me face even harder opponents and even more difficult missions. I like the idea of being someone with those skills. It's like I'm moving closer to my ideal self. Or something like that.
Okay.
I see.
Stay down, cat.
So then, what is Lynn's ideal self?
Don't attack my hand just because I'm telling you. Stay. Oh, you got a water? Okay, I'll get that in a second. I gotta get through this too. Don't look at me.
What are you getting at with all this?
Yeah, I know.
Did something happen with Lynn?
She wants me to go to bed too.
Something Lynn said confused me.
Oh.
She is trying hard to improve. It seems to be causing her distress.
Oh, wow. I had no idea that was how she was feeling. Do you know anything about this?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I guess. And then I explain it all. Sigma explains it all.
I see. That explains some of it, at least.
Yeah.
I never thought she'd be this worried about it, though.
Lynn has not spoken of this. Why would she be hiding her concerns?
You're right. Maybe she doesn't want our help and thinks this is something she can handle? I do sort of understand how she feels, actually. It's not always easy to open up to people. But we won't solve this just standing around. Let's go try out that...
Whoops. Mission.
People hide how they feel? This is a very confusing week.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I feel that confusion too. I don't get why people would do that, but Yeah, at least I got it close enough. It looks mostly deliberate there, but the other ones on the Tonbo Gundam don't look like that. Maybe it's because I don't have the glow on those? I don't know.
Alright, let's farm some new parts. Hey, Roland, you doing okay over there?
I'm confused.
Oh, it's simple. We're just defeating a bunch of these guys to try and score some better drops. It shouldn't take too long. Defeat the enemies, collect the parts. Easy, right?
Yes. Thank you.
What?
Then let's go! These might be weak enemies, but I hear this map can be tricky.
Okay. I've also been tempted to make a build that's just a bunch of swords. Pure melee, no ranged weapons whatsoever if I can do it. But I don't think you can do that unless you end up basically deleting the ranged weapon off of the build by synthesizing it into another object. And then it's like, oh yeah, you don't have a ranged weapon on this build, so we're gonna. I guess you don't need ranged weapons. I don't feel like you need ranged weapons. Wasn't there a whole pro tag in the Gundam Build Fighters game, the anime that was like, yeah, I'm gonna punch it. Basically Goku and Gunpla. Except not as cool. It was okay. Man, I am busting them up. I gotta build up enough EX gauge to get my cannons firing. What do you mean bro? Better, but they really just blocked the whole blast. That ticked me off. They kind of. Oh, you shall pay for that. I keep forgetting to switch my awakenings. It doesn't help that I really like the speed up awakening. It's good. Almost everything in this game, in most games, is improved by attack faster and recharge faster.
Mission cleared. Keep up the good work.
Very rare exceptions. Oh wow, pushing 3 hours now. I didn't accidentally go in the wrong difficulty again. No, I went in extreme difficulty, right? don't know who I'm asking. It's only me, myself, and I.
Oh my! A new mobile suit enters the scene!
Yay! Okay, yeah, actually. That's a good indicator of whether I'm on the right difficulty or not. Is that thing is a lot harder to kill on our higher difficulties. Little chunk of armor monster. I don't even know. Although it does feel like when it says, "Oh yeah, you got 1,000,000 GP," but it doesn't. You don't actually get 1,000,000 GP out of that. It gets you more, but not 1,000,000. Why? I am happy that it functionally ends up looking like Cat, I said get down. I will pay attention to you in a minute. I guess thematically I could come up with some ways to make the whole mastered skills look okay, but I don't like it. I want to be able to not look like that. Because there's no functional reason for it to do that. Bro, I hate when it's like, hey, you want to fire at the wall, right? You want to fire at the wall, even though you're totally turning around to look at that other guy. Yeah, you wanted to fire at the wall, right? Yeah, you did. You wanted to fire at the wall, because that's useful. Yay, waifu gunpla. I'm kidding. I'm not actually confused by this. Like, I am happy that it exists, just simply for the fact that it let me get the dragonfly wings figured out on combo. I would not have his wings without her weird hair accessories. Okay, see, that's a little more, that's a little better. That's kind of the level of damage that I wanted it to do. I never seemed to get it to do that much damage. But I feel like a full bar of or around a full bar of damage is a more accessible number than what I was getting. But I guess it depends on whether they guard or not, what their beam defenses are. Bro! On to the next zone. Yeah. Sometimes the the
Mission cleared.
arm
Keep up
cannon
the good
clips
work.
into the ground, but not often anymore. Enough that I'm okay with that. Acceptable amounts of error, I would say. Oh yay! This is giant boss, right? Giant boss? Yeah. Okay, these are easy. Oh no, there's 2 of them.
2 PGs at once. Things are
Forgot.
really heating up.
Bro. Oh, that's... Bro, I was doing something there, man. I don't know if I can get this in 5 minutes. Oh. Bro, yeah, I totally wanted to shoot that into the ground like that. I love when I fire my blast into the ground uselessly. It's like ED, it's so fun. Don't you just love it when you miss? Or blow up on the launch pad? Yeah, you love that. I guess a bad skull. Bro, what the I still don't understand why a robot can flinch, to be entirely honest. Why? Yeah, I'm not gonna ask on that one. On this. Cat, no! I'm doing something, man. Unfortunately, I cannot blame the cat for this. A lot to expect to get a perfect raid. take out 2 perfect raids. Solo. Bro. Oh, wow. Okay, so that animation takes priority over getting damaged, I guess. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. I love when I can do damage to them when they're off screen. I really do sincerely feel like that's a really nice touch that if you're firing your beam, you can hit them. It's gonna go on forever. Not literally forever, but bro. Perfect range at once is hard. It's not new type, but it's still rough. They want to bounce me around and throw. I wish there was friendly fire on it. It's really nice. Oh, there we go. Oh, why'd you have to jump, you stupid... Oh, you! It wasted the energy and it. No, I feel like EX skill should have priority. So like, I built up energy bar for that. Why should you be able to cancel it so easily, man? It wasn't even well timed. Freaking brute force it because you have 2 of them at once. Nothing else is ever this aggressive or powerful or intelligent. Everything else, no, everything else sucks in comparison to these. Like, even new type difficulty is not that good, man. Oh, there's one of these bitches gone. Yep. Even if it hits me, it doesn't really do much damage. Yeah, that's gonna be like an A, B rank in time. Yeah, sure. I wanted to go all the way in the opposite direction of the mobile suit. That's totally what I wanted to do. I'm sure that was my fault. My fault for turning the camera in the exact direction I wanted to go in. I should have gone the opposite way. Oh, it's nice for it to work that time. I didn't even intentionally switch to the more defensive tray. It was just an incidental accident. Yeah, that's what, D rank? Oh, well, C's. Still gonna try and probably still gonna give me an S rank just because it's that stupid. That's not how averages work, but okay, guys. Does this one have an extra different thing? No. No, they're all the same. Anyway. Yep.
Tao, why would someone choose to hide their feelings?
Oh, wow, that really bothered you, huh? I guess a lot of the time it's because of pride.
Pride?
I'm not one to talk, but yeah, pride often makes us do things that seem silly or stubborn.
I disagree. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Pride does that. Yep.
Lynn's pride makes her want to compete with him, but it also makes her embarrassed about asking for help.
Ugh. My ears are starting to
People
hurt.
are strange.
Still, Lynn does seem unusually concerned about this. There's no way she actually... Oh, Mashima would lose it.
What about Mashima?
Okay.
Nothing. Just talking to myself.
Yep.
Now you're being strange, Tao.
Yeah, totally. Boy.
No, I'm not. Okay, mission's over. No more talking about secret feelings today.
Yep, let's go. Bye.
I'll message you all next time. Bye now.
Have fun. Yep. I'm also getting away. Let's see who's in the room. No one?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. There are people here. Wait a minute. Who's the blank one? Oh, wow.
Welcome. Please make a choice. Switch. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Oh, I need to head out, though. I'm tired. Gotta save my build and then go to bed, because... I think now I'm at 19 hours. 19 hours awake on 3 or 4 hours sleep, something like that. Too much and too little. It's 8:30 a.m. as you can see. Oh wow, I played past the kids going to school. They're loud as hell too. Alright, y'all enjoy playing in my room, and I'll hopefully enjoy the free advertising. Next stream is probably going to start with a bunch of leveling up and stuff. Although I am going to go and double check that my builds didn't get messed with. Well, it's going to be like, oh yeah, you're offline. You're offline. Yeah, you're totally offline. That build, oh my gosh, this build is so good. It's very incredible. But I digress, and I go to bed. Seems like everything is in order, although it's usually after I've restarted the game that it decides to forget that I did shit. So, take a good look. Alright, yeah, properly log out. I'm logging out. I'm logging out. I'm logging out now.